concerned, because he was not at the top to the level of the big ogas. He was we met when I was ASI. He was DSI, and then thereafter, we have been moving along together. So I'm just giving example with him. How did he impact as immigration officer on my life and the life of others? Is good conduct and character. All those who work under him, I work in several places under Oga Pardam. There was never an officer from wherever he comes from Nigeria that I have seen that will go to Oga Pardam with a problem. He will tell you there is no solution. I have not seen one throughout my stay in Lagos. Yes, most of the officers that you see here on this row, these very, very, very senior officers, they are the architect of immigration magazine that we started in Lagos. And the history starts with Oga Pardam. When we initiated the idea, nobody was interested in supporting. Oga Pardam brought 20,000 naira from his pocket and gave me. Late King brought 20,000 naira. I brought 20,000 naira. That's how we floated the magazine, and we dedicated it to all the controllers here. There were controllers that time, about 8 of them in Lagos. And we launched it. Immigration made money out of it, and the money was utilized for effective running of the immigration service. I'm giving you this as example so that I will motivate you officers to know that being good is something that at any point in time it will matter. Then I will move to His Royal Highness Controller Abeshe. When I was Chief Superintendent of Immigration, Oga Ude was the CG. He was Controller of Osun State, and I was directly working under him as in charge of operations. Osun State is a place that is blessed with water and electricity, but no money. No many expatriates, no much work. But you know what he did to us? He took us as his own children. We go to his house to eat. Everybody knows Hajia. Once you are hungry, just go to his house and eat. So these are the type of officers that we work with that groom us. Then the next one here, Miss David Jones. I was her SA in charge of investigation. Shofua was in charge of operations. Biodun was in charge of administration. And one thing I will tell you about her is, if you are looking for a serious-minded officer, serious-minded officer that does not take nonsense, you stop there. From the time I serve her as SA till this moment, if I go to a house, I can go anywhere in the house. Anywhere. I can go to the kitchen and start cooking. That's the type of relationship we had with her. Then, my boss, Kwata Oga Ude. Oga Ude as CGI and Oga Ude as ACI in charge of E-Wing of Murtala Mohammed Airport. That time he was ACI, I was working under him. From that time, everybody knew that Oga Ude will become somebody in immigration service. Everybody at the airport knew because of his outstanding qualities. When we were there, everybody was rushing on how do I make this, how do I make this. Oga Ude was never involved. Never involved. If we are in the wing and then we just show him, you do like this, you come in, that's how he does. Everybody will sit up. There are a lot of very senior officers who are my seniors here who can witness what I'm saying. Yes, they can witness what I'm saying. So if I move on like this, I will continue till the last person. The reason why I'm taking this time to do this is for you young officers to know that these officers that you have seen, they have put you on the right track. It is only you that change overnight. My boss here, he was controller in charge of ECOWAS, Oga Colombia. That time we had 8 controllers. Lagos alone was much more stronger than the headquarters, because all the people that you are thinking that yes, they have something to offer, they were mostly there in Lagos. So they are the people that groomed all of us. Then my doctor, I never worked with him directly under him, but when I was immigration attaché, I was constantly in touch with him because he was in charge of our finance. Yes, finance. And we established one relationship. Apart from asking him to guide me on operations, whenever he was talked, because that time there was a lot of politicking about files approval, Oga would call me to call the minister, because I know the minister very well, Minister Abba Moro. So he would call me and say, Aminu, please, could you call the minister? I say, Oga, how can I call the minister when you are there? He said, please, just compliment my effort. And I'll call the minister. And the minister, I just knew him when I was in London. So we maintain very, very, very good relationship. Oga, your own case, you taught me at the training school. I learned all my border patrol from him. Oga Redife. Lagos. Oga Redife was my boss and friend to my boss, who was controller administration, Oga Ami.